Hi, my name is Alex Coop, and I'm the editor of Channel Daily News. And I'm here with Michael Murphy, who I'm going to be speaking with in a moment. He's the recipient of our Lifetime Achievement Award for the Top 100 Solution Providers event. We're really excited to be talking to him. Michael Murphy was former country manager for Symantec and for Citrix. So we got lots to talk about today, so let's get to it. Let's go back to the very beginning and just talk about how you got into this space.
Right. It's a long time ago, back to high school actually. And through my high school, we had a co-op program. And the co-op program placed me with the federal government in Ottawa. I grew up in Ottawa. I went back to university to get a degree and then rejoined the federal government in Ottawa in the IT department. Mm-hmm. One of the projects I was on was actually creating what today is the .gc.ca domain that the federal government uses, and making sure that networks and the servers and the systems were secure for, at the time, publishing the first available federal budget that could be downloaded by all of the industry think tanks. So it was that progressed from networking into security that led me from the government to the private sector when Symantec came calling, looking for its first enterprise systems engineer to support the sales team in Canada, in Toronto.
I'm curious, during your time there, what were some of the most challenging, some of the biggest threats that you encountered from a security perspective during your time there? Can you name a couple, or is there one that stands out?
There are lots of them over the years. Some of them pale in comparison today, but if I look back to the ones that probably received the most attention, the most press, if we go back to Love Letter or I Love You, kind of a piece of a virus, but technically malware. There was Melissa, and then they started to get a lot more serious. And I think the one that probably got biggest international attention was Stuxnet, allegedly written by a foreign government to infect or affect nuclear targets inside of Iran.
What were the conversations around smartphone security then, and how has that evolved since, in your perspective?
Well, if I go back to as you say, the onset of mobile phones and other devices, they typically lack the computing power and the storage to really be a vector for malware. Mm-hmm. At their infancy, they were, glorified PDAs with a telephone capability or phone capability. Yeah. But as smartphones evolved to become more powerful, more memory, more interconnected, the attackers, malware writers, started shifting their target from mainstream PCs and servers and networks. I think, if we look at the typical threats, attackers go where the targets are easy, and where they're exploitable and where there's mainstream.
And you've also obviously interacted with the channel partner community a lot over your tenure in this space. How well do you think the channel is doing right now in creating synergy among its customers and securing their environments and just educating customers around the topic of cybersecurity? So.
Yeah, the channel's been near and dear and important to me my entire career in technology, in software and hardware. I've seen an evolution in the partner community becoming more specialized, more focused around their core competencies, whatever that might be.
So it's not in a full-time capacity, but you still have your foot in the door and you're still working in this space in an advisory role, from what I understand. So I was just hoping you could maybe tell us a bit about what you're doing today and some of the important conversations, some of the reoccurring conversations perhaps that you're having with clients and organizations today in your current job.
Well, going from working 80 hours a week to now 30 or 40 a quarter, I'm enjoying the flexibility I have to spend more time with family, and in the summer playing a lot of golf and traveling in the winter months. My advice to partners trying to grow their business is the same as the vendor community: clear, consistent, predictable, measurable over a longer period of time than kind of this one and done, kind of flippant, kind of change your mind as the wind comes in or the wind blows. But the advisory capacity, and so I'm humbled by that and certainly honored by the opportunity.
We want to thank Michael Murphy for all his years of service in the channel and his incredible expertise, and congratulations once again for winning our Lifetime Achievement Award.